To Lovebug Tarot, and welcome in if you are new. So welcome my fellow tarot goblins. We are going to be looking at what's coming together under the new moon in Libra. So this is a little bit of a timed read, but if you are watching this in the future, it could be just what's coming together for you. I just saw the timing of the new moon in Libra, because Libra is about balance, negotiation, teamwork, diplomacy, and I'm just feeling like right now that could be key perhaps in the wider world, but also perhaps in your personal world too. So we're going to be getting some oracle cards. While I was shuffling the decks here, the wall popped out of the tea leaf deck. It's a big deck. It's like 200 cards, but this one popped out, so I just put it to the side. So we're going to keep that in mind. It's the wall. It's misunderstanding is what it stands for. There's some kind of division, which is interesting now that it's just dawning on me that I was like, oh, Libra, diplomacy, balance. Under it's like something that was divided is maybe being repaired, or there's a negotiation happening. So that'll be interesting. I'm going to put that to the side. Because again, I was shuffling and just kind of shuffling, cleansing the cards, and sometimes that happens where a card will pop out. It doesn't happen often though. As always, any of the cards or tools that I use will be in the description. There'll be timestamps in the description if you just want to. I'll chat during like the shuffling. Sometimes things come through when I'm shuffling, or if you just want to skip right to the read, all of that's in the description. Okay. So we're going to put our tarot deck to the side for now. And go ahead. We have a new oracle deck. So I borrow some decks from people I know, because I actually don't have too many decks. So some people have been very kind and have let me borrow theirs. So this one is, I'm trying to remember, Dream Song. It's the Dream Song oracle deck. All right, so could we get some indicators for what is coming together under the new moon in Libra for our collective? All right, see those two. It's a really pretty deck. I mean, there's so many pretty decks, let's be honest. So we're going to get an affirmation card, because I love our affirmation cards. It's a tough love deck. I'll let you figure out the title, but yeah. I've been using these in my own practice, and boy, do they call me out. I don't know, I'm seeing this one too. Okay, 2, all right. Okay, actually I got 2 tarot decks. I don't know why, but I was called to grab 2. So we'll see what that's about in a bit. I don't frequently plan. Like, I'll put down the idea of like, you know what, I think we should talk about this, or I feel like this is relevant. But sometimes I'm just like, I don't know why, but for some reason, 2 tarot decks today. And I just roll with it. Oh, you know what? I'm feeling that one. Oh, okay. Sometimes they just pop out. Okay. All right, and wow. All right, you've got a lot of tea leaves. Dang. Okay. All right. Well, Ant. Ooh. A little preview for there. It says work, achievement, and success. So we'll pull this out. You know what? We're going to roll with it. The wall with myth understanding. I'm so sorry, but for some reason I cannot talk today. Wow. Let's try this again, this time with words. So the wall with misunderstanding and ant, work, achievement, and success. So we were talking about like what's coming together in the new moon with Libra. Libra again is the the astrological sign is the scales. So something coming into balance where there was once a division, a divide, and you can see there's like green kind of grass kind of over here, and then there's these steep cliffs. I'm trying to make sure you can kind of see it here. So something was very, almost want to say like black and white, but almost seems black and white and then color. Like something was very divided. Something's coming back into balance because of hard work. And if you think of the ants can carry like burdens. If for some reason burden is coming through, loads, they can carry things that are like several times their size. So it's been a lot of work. And ants are very relentless, and they work really well in groups. They're very well organized, extremely well organized. Ants are actually really fascinating to watch. I sometimes go down like a deep dive on YouTube, and I watch, anyways, I have some interesting watch history on YouTube. I'm just like, I want to know more about, tell me more about ants. The animal kingdom, nature is fascinating. Scary. Nature's scary, but also fascinating. Anyways, maybe someone here, like, what is it called? Etymology? The study of ants. Please correct me. I can't think of the proper word, but there's like the study of bugs or the study of insects. Maybe that's your profession or a hobby or an interest. But I feel in the broader terms, again, going with kind of the theme of the read, is that something is coming together. And it's through no small effort of yourself and perhaps even the community around you or a community you're a part of, which is freaking awesome. So we're going to put those right there. I'm going to grab these two. Okay, we have evens. You know what? I feel like this is supposed to be 2. Maybe this is like what's coming together. These 2 different sides. We're just gonna, yeah, we'll do that. All right, I'm gonna put this up here. So we'll do the ant. Maybe we should do the wall first. Let's do the wall first. All right. This, unfortunately, the surface I'm reading on, because of the relative humidity, it gets a little sticky, so the cards don't always want to pick up, which is why we have to slide them around. All right, so the wall says, listen, this is all a game and your biggest competition is yourself. Level up. Ooh, okay. Well, just do that. YouTube's like, people can't have bodies for whatever reason. Okay. Maybe this division, things that are coming together, is internal. The biggest competition is yourself. And we have here, it says, protect the fledgling. Oh, I wonder if you're starting something. This is the card. A little crooked. There we go. Okay, I want to read from this, because again, this is a very new Oracle deck. I know of it, but this is like the first time I've been reading with it. Okay. So, well, you know what? I will do my best. I'm going to make a note to put these on screen. Okay. I have a little pad of paper to just make notes. Because you never know. Something comes up sometimes during a read, and I'm like, oh, I need to edit that, or I need to take this out, and that's important. Also, I got new nails. Halloween! All right, anyways. Hi, ADHD. Protect the fledgling. You deserve a criticism-free zone. Make no mistake. You thrive with others in your life. Who provide support and shelter. Nothing ignites your power and creativity like self-tending. So there's definitely an aspect of self-care here. Yes, this is the moment to be sheltered, to be the shelter you need most. I can't read this morning, good Lord. This is the moment to be the shelter you need most. The winged aspirations that live in you need protection right now. Guard your dreams. Do not share them with outside sources. Let the fledgling gain strength and resolve within the confines of your most sacred inner space. Cradle your fledgling ideas, ambitions, and daring new beliefs until they can fly free. The time will come when it's right to share and synergize. Right now, tune into your innermost life and nurture what lives there. Okay, yeah. There's definitely some self-care here. And almost in a way, I want to... this division and this so I feel like you've been doing a lot of inner work. And you've gotten to the place where you're self-critic. It says you deserve a criticism-free zone. And that's not only in your outside realm, but in your internal realm as well. You're your biggest competition. And it's saying that you've gotten to a place where you can protect yourself. You've gotten comfortable to let your inner child free, to dream, to play, to just be in a way. And I feel like you've been creating this safe zone within you, which is no small undertaking, especially for any of us who have maybe been raised in very harsh environments, not necessarily on the outside, but it could have been a very verbally harsh environment, or mentally harsh, or emotionally harsh. Those can really wreak havoc on your internal world and how you view yourself, a lot of that. So let the fledgling gain strength and resolve within the confines of your most sacred inner space. So you've been cultivating this inner space in which your inner child, I feel, can heal. And that's beautiful. Wow. You've been doing some really heavy lifting. And you have, okay, this is the Astral House cards and the tea leaf deck. You have happiness. You have been cultivating your happiness. And also I get the word gratitude coming in. And I'm very tentative with the word gratitude, because some people are like, oh, things happen for a reason, or to be grateful for whatever circumstance. Like, no, sometimes you can be upset by the circumstances around you. Sometimes you can be upset or grieving or scared or angry. Those are okay, but it's when it takes over everything, and that's the only feelings you have. Things are out, again, we're talking about balance, bringing things into balance. So you've found a way to cultivate your happiness, to bring that back into balance, for your inner child, for your mental health as well. You've been doing a lot. You've been working hard. Wow. Chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. Okay. And door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Okay. You've gotten to a place where, what am I trying to say? Something is leaving your life so something can come in. It's the idea of you have to make space to receive. And you've been doing that. And it could be someone, it could be a person leaving. Excuse me, confirmation burp. It could be a person leaving, or even leaving a situation. Because of that, God, burping. I always do this when I read. I suddenly start burping, suddenly get gassy. Ugh. Yeah, someone is leaving your life. So either you are leaving, someone is leaving, perhaps you're leaving a situation, or a situation is leaving you. Something is leaving, and because of that, doors are showing up. Doorways to opportunities. Could we get, if we are allowed to know any more about... Ooh, okay. We were talking about things coming together, and we have the Lovers. And the Lovers ultimately is a card about choice. You've chosen this path, and that's really powerful. It's extremely powerful. No one has forced you. I mean, no one can force happiness. It's that, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I don't want to, I'm trying to make sure this isn't like condescending or anything. But, because there's people who are like, oh, just choose happiness. And it's like, no, sometimes, the chemical composition of one's brain, it makes it difficult to be happy. Or, there are things sometimes that are outside of your control for, quote, happiness. But you define happiness. Maybe you're the person who chose to go to a medical professional or a mental health professional. You chose to start doing your self-work. You chose to start journaling. You chose it. You chose it for you. And that's the key. That's how things really come together in a very, very meaningful way. And again, ant, hard work. We were talking about like how ants carry a burden several times their size. This was nothing small. Like, never, ever, ever want to downplay any part of this. You're a very, very strong person. King of Wands. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you took an action. And the star? Get out. Okay, 3 of Wands. I'm sorry. I'm a little giddy right now because, wow. I don't know who you are, but you've made a huge change in your own life. And maybe it sometimes can be hard to see how far you've come. Because maybe things on the outside haven't necessarily changed. Again, the doors are appearing. Maybe they haven't opened yet. But internally, the King of Wands is a fire card. It's about the spirit. It's about what lights you up, and the star. You've had faith and hope throughout this entire journey. This tiny little thread this person is holding. And it's attaching them to their star, their hope, their faith. However that looks for you. Even if it's just faith in the universe or faith in yourself or just faith and trust that things would work out for the better. Even if it was thin, you never let go. And I'm getting really emotional right now. Like, wow, y'all are amazing. 3 of Wands, you're ready. You're ready. Don't doubt that. Do not doubt that for a second. Wow. Okay. Oh, all right. Again, sometimes the cards stick. All right. So bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Cups. And we have these 2 that stuck. Yeah. Wow. 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. You've come a long way. You've come a long way. You've healed both emotionally and mentally. And it could have been your physical situation was also very demanding. Your physical and emotional situations were very, very demanding on you. But you never gave up. You never gave up. And the 6 of Cups here. This is something that's been I want to say a long time coming, something you've been working on for a very long time. It could have been, I see 6 of Cups, could be 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 years. It could have been, or even from childhood. There could have been childhood wounds as well that you're healing. We were talking about letting your inner child come out and play, letting your inner child feel safe enough to play, to dream, all of these things. Because we have the little kid here. And then them as an adult as well. So this idea of, healing the past, but healing some very deep, early emotional wounds as well. You're bringing part of yourself back into balance. Wow. Okay. Woof. Okay. So let's do the ant. It says, listen, you absolutely can do that thing you never thought you could. I don't know what else to say. If there was ever a doubt that you can't do something, it's like, look at what you've already accomplished. Holy Toledo's. Try not to swear. YouTube. You absolutely can do that thing you never thought you could. I'm just going to leave it at that. Like, oh my God, come on, card. Okay. It's 25. Kick up your heels. I get this one is very much like a celebratory. I'm going to try to get a little closer. Try to remember to, I made a note for myself, so those should be up on the screen. So kick up your heels. Let's see what the book says. Number 25. Nope. 25. There we go. Oh, we got a bunny here too. I see the bunny because not all of them, well, some of the, there's little pictures in the corner, but the bunny here for some reason is standing out to me. Excuse me. Are you done, buddy? Whew. Good Lord. Something, moving into a part of your life or the next chapter of your life that's very fertile. Yeah, because there's a bunny here too on the card. Also something maybe with speed. We'll see. We'll get more confirmation. All right, so kick up your heels. Now is the time to dance. Celebrate. What did I just say? It's got a vibe of celebration. Yeah, celebrate you, for crying out loud. It says, if you have a particular achievement or success, you are invited to take the time to enjoy it rather than hurrying on towards the next goal. Yes, yes. Take a time to be in the moment of your success, of how far you've come. Absolutely. Indulge the joy you have created for yourself. If there's no specific event to celebrate, this moment invites you to remember that in any given instance, you can dance for the sovereignty or hustle for approval. Yeah, you can dance for sovereignty or hustle for approval. Okay. Hustle creates anxiety and stress. Ah, okay. Interesting. All right, so two sides of this. So you can dance for sovereignty or hustle for approval. Hustle creates anxiety and stress as you try to please everyone. Okay, so that could have been maybe you were a people pleaser. Oof, I feel called out right now. Dance is birthed from knowing your deservedness and embodying your inherent worth. Ooh, okay. So yeah, you've been figuring out, like, instead of pleasing everyone else, working for yourself. Again, they're talking about like hustle versus dancing for the love of it. You know, what has sparked your soul? You know, what kind of lights your fire? When you align with that worth, your life becomes increasingly buoyant. As Rumi. Who's Rumi? I see Rumi and I'm thinking of K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't, who's Rumi? I don't know. It says, as Rumi said, when you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy. That joy insists you kick up those heels. Okay. I don't know. Maybe some people resonate with K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, same. But yeah, I think that's very important. Hustle creates anxiety and stress as you try to please everyone. Dance is birthed from the knowing of your deservedness, what you deserve, and embodying your inherent worth. Knowing what you are worth. Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's get career. Ooh, okay. Older woman. Dealings or relationship with an older woman. And table. Hard work ahead. Which I have a feeling whoever's watching this, that is not an issue considering you have the ant up here. Hard work, you're like, yeah, okay, let's go. I get very much like no, I got you. All right, so can we get career? Maybe there's something internal you had to heal to move forward in your career. You know, turning maybe a side hustle, like what was a side hustle that you were doing perhaps just to get by, and reframing that in a way that it's now your main thing, but also what you're passionate about. Like that delicate balance between working what you're passionate with and not burning out, you know, or not suddenly making it work. Making it work, but not making it work. If that makes sense. Like one is the act of doing work, just that repetition. It gets old. It can get stale. Maybe there's that burnout element to it. versus making it work out for you. I hope that made sense. All right. Can we get some clarification, please? For this, like, who's our older woman? Relations or dealing with an older woman, or it could be someone with a very mature energy. Page of Coins. Interesting. Okay, I feel this is someone perhaps with a mature energy, maybe not necessarily physically older, because the pages can be very young. They can be an immature energy, but I don't get the sense. I get the sense this could be an individual who perhaps is physically younger than you, but has a lot of emotional maturity. But they are very steady on their feet, because we have coins, we have physical... burping, good lord. And they're coming in twos, can we not? Please don't become hiccups. Oof. Anyways, okay. Dealing with relationship with this person. This could be someone coming in who maybe has an idea of like something with your career, something with money, maybe, and an investment. They're very willing and open to try new things, to try new endeavors, perhaps with you. Perhaps they're willing to be like, invest in you. Can we get more information about that? The Nine of Cups. Wow. Okay. This person coming in is like, again, Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. This is something you desire. This is something you very, very much want. And it could be something you don't see at first, because the story behind this card is there is a princess, and I'm trying to remember the story correctly. There was a princess who didn't want to, like, refuse to marry anyone, any man. And so the suitor, like, disguised himself as a lady, like a lady in waiting kind of situation, and befriended her, and they kind of fell in love that way. So there's a bit of like an identity, not an identity cover-up, but yeah, someone coming in that, like, there's, I don't know, for some reason that story, like the story of the card kind of came up. It could be something, again, someone maybe even coming in who does not define themselves by the gender binary. You know, it could be that. Just put it out there. I don't know. All right, with the table and career, or the table, yeah, the table with hard work ahead, career. Kick up your heels. Two of Wands. There's going to be something coming in that you will have to make a choice about. Again, the Lovers as well could relate to that. Two paths. One could be a lot of work. One, you know it. You're like, ooh, that's going to be a lot of work. But it could be very fulfilling. Again, the Four of Cups. Something you may not see at first, or something unexpected. Because you have the three very ornate cups right here, and a very simple cup in the background, but that's the cup with the bird on it. And that's, This is becoming fascinating. It's like you've done so much inner healing, and that is going to really support you in the next chapter, where doors are opening. Again, kicking up your heels and celebrating. There's going to be work to celebrate. Okay, I don't know where that came from. I was going to say there's reason to celebrate, but work came up. Maybe there is a project. You absolutely can do the thing you never thought you could. So maybe it's something you're like, oh, that would be like a dream situation. That would be a dream job, but it'll never happen kind of thing. And someone comes along and they're like, you know what? Actually, I want to invest in this. I want to invest in you. Ace of Cups. It's something you love, because cups is emotions. It can also be like there's an emotional connection to it, not necessarily romantic, Could be for some of you. And for some of you, it could just be an intimate connection with this person or this project. That's very much a wish fulfillment. But you still have to make the choice. Again, no one, we were talking about, like, no one can choose for you. You have to decide which way to go. And I just see this key here. It's like maybe you have the key, or this person gives you a key, like, hey, there's an opportunity, you should apply for it, or yeah, there's something, someone comes in and either gives you a hand or presents an opportunity. Maybe they send you like, hey, I saw this job listing, I think you'd be perfect for it. One of those. You still have to click the link. And it could be something, again, this kind of like, we had the disguise here with the 9 of Cups, we have the 4 of Cups with not necessarily seeing, you know, the blessed cup that's in the background. Maybe it's something that doesn't necessarily present itself in the most fancy of light, and the most like, ooh, this would be, you know, luxurious, and, you know, like, maybe it doesn't make logical sense what you're seeing, but there's something in your heart. There's something in your heart. I'm getting the sense it's like you need to follow your heart in this sense, this case. The Knight of Coins, it's going to be an opportunity for steady growth. Maybe not overnight, you know, win $1 million, although if you do, awesome. But a steady growth and stability. There's going to be stability in it. Yeah, I'm getting the sense of like, kind of follow your heart in this case. All right, so anything else? And this seems a lot happening, coming together, coming in. Okay, so with the Devil and the 4 of Coins, you're going to need this. This could be where what you've healed is kind of put to the test. Because we have the Devil, and the Devil is about limiting self-beliefs, old patterns or ways of thought that do not serve you. And there could be this sense of wanting to stay where it feels safe, wanting to stay put, not really wanting to go out of your comfort zone because, you know, it's the unknown, or again, it's like the limiting belief of like, oh, I can't do that. I've never done it before, but you're qualified to do it. You have the skills, and it says you absolutely can do that thing you never thought you could. I'm going to keep tapping it. You know, so that could be something that is part of the challenge of these two energies coming together. What you've healed may be also put to the test, where something comes along and it's like, all right, you've healed. Now you get to make a choice. Do you leave the nest? You know, the fledgling, protect the fledgling. And we have the nest here. This person is kind of enclosed in this nest, where it's both technically safe, but also this person is trapped as well. Okay. So any final thoughts for our collective? Feels pretty straightforward. The Hermit. This is a journey. This is both an internal and an external journey. What you've journeyed through so far internally, I just get this figure, and there's the sun is rising, so it's like you are finishing this journey. You've done a lot of the hard work, the heavy lifting here. And now it's kind of come to step into the dawn and follow that white stag. Follow the white rabbit suddenly came into my mind. And we had the rabbit here. So things that may not, if you think of Alice in Wonderland, like things that may not seem logical, like a white rabbit with a waistcoat running around, you know, I'm late. But maybe it doesn't make logical sense. That doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't follow it. Oop. People can't have body parts. Queen of Coins. This is definitely the path ahead. And again, only you can choose. no card read or anything can, again, make you choose this path. But know that should you walk this path, and while it will be a lot of hard work, and there could be, again, we have the devil here with the snake figure, we have the snake around the Queen of Coins. There could be pitfalls, there could be challenges, like with anything in life. There are challenges, but it is the queens are energies of receiving, and the coins is about your physical resources, your wealth, your health. There is abundance to be had here. Absolutely. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. Whoop. All right. I don't know why. You can see my shirt. It's cool. And the Page of Cups was sneaking out of the back. Again, a lot of pages. There's going to be a lot of opportunities, new endeavors to try. Like, you're going to have to leave the nest, though. The Three of Wands. There's still a ways to go. Hard work, the ant. But that's not to say that you won't enjoy the work. You won't enjoy the journey. We have the celebrate. This is something, but the celebrate is pick up your heels, kick up your heels, dance. But dance for you. Dance for your passion, for your love, for your faith, for, what makes you happy, what lights you up. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is not to get pulled back into the people pleasing, staying in the comfort zone, staying in like old patterns that are familiar but not necessarily healthy. And that could be physical patterns, mental patterns, emotional patterns. And that is a very difficult thing. So when this opportunity presents itself, this person comes forward, or this opportunity comes forward and is like, oh my goodness, there's a reason to celebrate. This is an amazing opportunity for you. You still have to make the choice. But know that you can do it. Like, the cards are extremely encouraging. They're like, you can take a moment and look how far you've come. Look how much you've healed. You are well and able to do this. But you still have to be the ant. You still have to get up and go. But I love that, like, we started this, I wasn't really sure how this read was going to go, but it definitely ended up in 2 parts coming together. And I love that. It's amazing how things sometimes just work themselves out. I love that. All right. So I feel like this is your read. If things resonated with you, please do the whole like and subscribe, or let me know in the comments what resonated. Or if you just like the vibes, that works too. And I also have a membership section with Buy Me a Coffee for $5 a month. There's, I want to say at least over 20 reads at the moment, or entries. And we're doing, we're going over different card decks, and we're doing little mini reads with those cards as we work through all the different cards. So hopefully it's something both learning and reading as well with the cards. All right, so that is what is coming together for you under the Libra new moon, or just coming together for you in general as well, if you're watching this in the future. So I will leave this here, and take care of yourself. Self-care, I feel, is a big thing. Balance, grounding, all of that good stuff. So take care of yourself, stay safe, and I love you. All right, bye-bye.